Welcome everybody to another episode of Up Your Experience podcast. It's me, that Blaise McBain guy. Bats, how's it going?
Ah, it's going. I work nights now, so I just got off work. So
Yeah,
we're
if you're wondering
here.
why the podcast is delayed, Bats switched shifts, and then I found out what's been wrong with my back. So it's been a combination of things. And no, it's not me carrying people um, in video
Yeah, and
games,
like
sadly.
me, unlike me.
Yeah, unlike Bats. Unlike Bats.
The only difference is, and I'm not like in ranked games, I can carry hard as I want, but when four other people just fail.
Yeah, that sounds like my five-man queues. We queue up, we think we could win this game, and then we just lose. You know, I won my first Smite game tonight in like a week and a half.
Hey, let's
I queued
go.
ranked, and it was the weirdest experience ever. I had a Ryzen solo, and I had a Donzen Burrow support.
Hmm.
That's the world we live in, and we won that game.
I okay, you're in Suave's build that you use, right, for hunters.
Yeah, it's something me and Suave talked about. I don't know, man. That
I
build's
got
okay.
told that was the trashiest build in the world.
I
And I was like, well, the greatest part was because this was a ranked game, right? And I was
yeah
like, hey, how about you don't let them just attack me and I'll show you what this build can do.
yeah.
And then the greatest part was after I said that, I killed their whole team. We ran it down mid and won the game. And I went, wow, imagine what happens when I'm not the one that takes all the ults to the face.
Imagine what happens when my trash build is allowed to actually play the game. That's crazy.
Dude, I mean, I'm not even joking. I was getting Neja ulted, Ganesh ulted, Artemis ulted on cooldown. I had my support, no joke, sit there and go, bro, I'm taking Artemis ult for you.
Yeah, dude. You know what tanking Armor
And
Smalt does? It brings the
yeah,
boar
brings
to
it
me,
to
you
me.
idiot.
Yeah, dude, I was so pissed. I was like,
Uh,
I just want to ask, like, I really wanted to go, just let me clarify something for you. So when you forced that Artemis ult, and we're behind you, where do you think that fucking goes?
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I got told tonight by our Raijin solo that they're ult taunts, and I was like, yeah, bro, I know. I am well aware that you're ult taunts. That doesn't help me a
Yeah,
ton when you don't ult before I do, but I appreciate you.
that's kind of true.
I just like at the beginning of the game, he's like, we got to win this game for me. And I'm like, how about I win this game because I'd like to get a dub in ranked? How about that?
Dude, I am actually, I think, maybe 9 games away from getting the rank skin.
I am like 50. I need to start playing ranked, so I'm
That's
going to.
honestly how much I've been grinding this
I'm
game.
I'm just gonna play ranked and be sad because eventually, like, here's the thing: like, I'm gonna hit plat, and then like I'm gonna have to keep playing, and I don't know that I'm gonna want to keep playing. You know what I mean?
Bro, at least you're gonna hit plat. I can't get out of gold because like I can't carry enough. It's
I'm
it's actually crazy.
I'm gold 4 right now with plat MMR, and the game I played tonight had Masters players in it. And I'm still like confused. I'm like, I can't get out of games with in my casuals. There's GMs and Masters players. In my ranked games, there's Masters players. What did
I'm
I
gold
do?
5 with
Uh,
silver
yeah,
MMR,
I'm
and
gold
I'm
4.
getting diamond players who are like, "Oh, this must be it." Like, well, okay, so this was the funniest part today. I'm getting into a habit of being a dumbass and queuing rank before work, right? I get
Oh
up
yeah,
in the
that's
morning.
the great
I'm
mindset
like
to get into.
I'm like,
Yeah,
let's queue some rank. Let's see what we get. And this
yeah,
dude
yeah,
was like, "Ah, yeah, I'm top elo. This must be silver gold." I was like,
okay,
I he
yeah,
didn't
bro.
respond, but I was like, I can't tell if you're like trying to brag or like saying you suck.
Yeah, which is it? I had someone like I was top pick today, or I was second pick, and people were kept trying to trade with me today, and I was like, no. Like I got my role. Kick rocks, bro. I'm not trading with you. I don't want to play solo. I'm good.
See, I actually the yesterday's game that I won, I actually traded, and I'm glad I did because I got mid. and they were carry, and they wanted mid, and I was like, all right, I'll be nice, and they picked hell. And I'm not gonna lie, they did like 80k damage with hell
That's pretty sick. I wouldn't have had
in like
that
a
luck.
30-minute game.
I wouldn't have had that luck.
I mean, I was mainly just like, dude, all I need to do is get Marty Diamond, and I have all the Hunters Diamond. So, yeah, let's do it.
Like I played Charybdis tonight. I went like 5-1-7. I felt like I didn't do anything the whole entire game, and somehow I ended the game with like 27k damage, and I was like at the top of the damage chart. And I was like, oh,
That's kind of crazy.
because
Dude,
I
I've
felt
been
like
seeing Charybdis banned a lot in ranked, and
there's no shot.
I'm like, I'm not even playing.
That's crazy.
6 games that I've played so far, Charybdis has been banned, and it's like, is she
Someone needs to-
like, did something happen?
No, nothing happened. Though we are getting a Seasons of Worlds patch soon for Smite.
Ooh.
I guess that's good. Bats, I need to explain something to you. And we kind of talked about this via DMs. But
Did we?
Is
it the one?
It's
Okay,
about my
no,
back. It's about my
DMs.
back. Yeah, it's about my back.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I was thinking it was something else, and I was like, I don't think I want to talk about it on
No,
podcast.
no,
'cause
we're not
I'm
talking
gonna
about
go
that.
into
No,
I'm
we're
gonna
not
go
talking
into a tangent, and people's
No.
feelings are gonna get hurt.
No, we're not doing anything. Not doing that. So like a month ago, I'm like, dude, my hip hurts. And then like slowly but surely, a few days later, it's like my back. And I was like, that's kind of weird. But it was cross country season. I was like, I've been running a lot. Like, you know, it's probably I just pulled something. I just need to like take some time off. Once I get to enter the cross country season, I'll do that. So cross country season ended 2 weeks ago today. And I've ran 3 times since then. And the first time I ran, like, felt a little weird, but wasn't bad. Second time I ran, felt a little weird, wasn't bad. But like I've been like in pain this whole entire time. And on Saturday, I go to race. I go to run a 5K race. And I take off with these high school kids from some of the schools in town. And I'm like, I'm just going to run with them until I can't. But I should be able to like keep up with like the slowest one probably, because I think I'm running like usually around 7-minute miles for my 5Ks now. And the first mile, I'm just moving, dude. I'm right there with the kid. I'm like, cool. I'll just chill here. As long as I'll win my age group, I'll finish like 5th overall. I'll be sick.
Hey.
A mile goes by. I'm like, oh, okay. Quarter mile more, my whole entire lower back just locks up. And I'm like, oh, this hurts a lot. I need to finish this race or pass out. Not sure which it's going to be, but one of the two is how this day is going to go down. I did finish it. I did run like it was either 23:28 or 23:48. Not sure which it was, but pretty good time for a 5K, considering I haven't raced in a long time and all the back issues I've been having. I was known as the Vikings guy because I wore my Viking shirt there. And then I got quizzed about the Vikings, which was silly within itself. But I guess they didn't believe like I was a real fan. It was strange, dude.
It is crazy to see Viking fans around, you know?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're a Vikings fan, like, and you're willing to wear it out and about, I feel like you know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I just feel like you know. So I have my wife cup my back on Sunday, and that relieves a lot of the pain and like the tightness in my back. But like, there's still like this weird feeling. So I go to talk to their physical trainer at work yesterday. I was like, I just want to get some stretches and stuff. And lo and behold, my hip has been up in my back. It's been up there, which would explain so much. And I was talking to Ash Basham about it earlier. You know, shout out to Simping for Senpai podcast.
Let's go.
And he was like, bro, you were running with that? I'm like, yeah. I've just been like casually running 5Ks.
And that's the problem with Blaise.
Yeah.
He overdoes it.
I just thought it was soreness, dude. I didn't think anything about it.
This man will be like having the flu and everything. Yeah. He's like, I gotta go run a 10-mile real quick. Then he gets back and he's like, I think I made it worse. I think I'm gonna stay up all night and get a 24-hour stream.
No, that doesn't happen.
Then he's like,
I've done that one time.
I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done it.
Look, the only silliness I've actually done was when during COVID I kept doing my 100 push-ups and 100 core every day.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that 24-hour stream did kick my butt.
Yeah, it was a time. It was fine. It was fine until the Lost Ark area. The Lost Ark area of the stream was really not helpful to my sanity, my awakeness or just this overall like enjoyment of playing video games.
See, I
Not
don't think I was at the Lost because
no,
like
you
I
didn't make it
think
there. You fell asleep before that because we were trying to play
Tarkov,
Tarkov, and you had to wait for it to update. Yeah,
but we
Tarkov
were
would have
doing
kept me up.
other stuff.
Tarkov would have kept me up. Lost Ark did not. Lost Ark made me want to go night night. That's what Lost Ark did.
See, but I feel like I think it was because I did work like all day too.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was just oh man, dude, I was sick. I was down for like 2 days. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, it was a time. It was a time.
I learned that somebody should not chug energy drinks like it's water just to stay up.
No, sir. But yeah, that's what's been going on, and what kind of held us up yesterday is after I got my hip realigned, I got home and I was like, oh, I feel great. And then last night I couldn't sit in my computer chair. Like I was just like, I'm in pain, and everything I went to go do, I was like, I'm in pain. So I was DM Bats, and I was like, bro, if I'm up when you get home, cool, but I'm going to lay in my bed and I'm probably gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, and then all I did was watch the Halo series on Paramount,
Yeah.
and it just really makes me want to play Halo.
I
all the
also
way
want to
through.
play Halo. I don't know that I want to watch that show, but I do want to. I do want to play Halo.
It's actually very good.
I have a problem with the show.
Do you? Is it the
Yep.
same show I'm thinking of?
Yep, it's the same show you're
Okay.
thinking of, and that's that they show the face of in quotation marks Master Chief.
I mean, it's got to happen sometime.
No, I have beef with that. Like I have beef that we have waited for in-game clarification of who like Master Chief is, and then they start this live action series and it's like, oh, it's just Joe Schmo. No, kick rocks. I don't know.
Okay. But here's the thing. Master Chief has taken his helmet off. We just don't see his face.
Yeah, well, here's the deal. It needed to happen in the video game, not the TV show. That's just how I feel about it. And I'm not really changing my stance on this because I think I'm right.
See, here's my standpoint on it though. And like this just comes from a gamer in general. All right. I think they don't do it. So then when they take off the helmet, you can think that it's your face.
Okay, that's fine. Again, then it didn't need to happen in the show.
Movie.
Yes, you
or
can.
Show or whatever.
Yes, you can. You don't have to show his face.
Nah.
No, I don't like
The
it.
only thing I'm mad about is why didn't they ask me to be Master Chief?
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
I would even be one of Master Chief's like sidekicks. Just give me armor. That's
He's
all
just-
I want. I want to be a Spartan.
I haven't watched the show, but I can tell you right now, like that is something that like irritates me to no end.
See, it doesn't even bother me. I don't even care about that. I'm like looking at the weapons, the armor, the pelican. I'm just like,
Yeah, I'll watch it at some
I
point.
want.
It bothers me they did it. And just feel
So
like
far, it's really good, and all it does is make me want to play through all of Halo again. Like
I think
everything.
it just steals the thunder from the game, dude. I don't like that. Speaking of Halo, Game
didn't
Fuel's coming
for me.
back out, and we're getting
let's go.
It's getting Game Fuel armor and like some other stuff.
Armor.
And they have another announcement
for the,
coming,
for the actual.
like Mountain Dew Game Fuel.
No, armor.
Yeah,
for like
it's
the actual game.
Yeah, they have like an orange like camo thing for the game.
And I'm gonna have to like re-download it. I don't know. That game was fun, but at the same time, I feel like when it first came out, it was just
It's way better now. I played it last weekend, and it
I
felt
don't know how to
good.
describe it.
They changed
Like,
some. They changed some of the movement. It actually feels a lot better to play.
Something just felt weird. It's almost like, and I know you'll get it. So it's like when you got Reach, and then you went back to Halo 3. After you played Reach like constantly, you're just like, what is wrong?
Yeah.
There's something about it.
Well, I can tell you the things they've switched. It feels better now than it did for sure. And I was playing on mouse and keyboard. It's not my preferred way to play Halo. I like to play on controller, but it does feel better.
I don't know. I like my snipes on mouse and keyboard for some reason. But when I'm on controller, dude, I hit everything.
Controller just feels good. And I think it's because it's always was on controller.
So
and
what
then
I'm
all of a
hearing is
sudden it
we'll
was
get
like
back in Halo.
I mean, I'm down. I have it downloaded. I played it last week and I was like, dude, this is a good time. I'm down. Anytime.
along with PUBG and all of our shooters again.
I almost started up PUBG the other day.
I'm honestly getting mad right now. So there's a game I didn't buy it yet, right? Because I was looking at it, and now I can't find it.
Okay, that's why you put it
And
on
it
your
was
wish
like,
list.
yeah, I do that sometimes. I guess I haven't put it on my wish list because I feel like everything I put on my wish list never gets released.
I get that. I was gonna play For the King 2 tonight because I'll mention this now. I got a key from the devs to play it, and I will be streaming
Yeah,
that
rub,
tomorrow night.
rubbed it right in
Um,
my face. It was
and
crazy.
I was gonna play
Some
it
of us
tonight, but
had to
my
spend
problem
our
was
hard-earned money to buy it.
I was like, if I start playing this, I'm not gonna report the podcast tonight. So I played a ring game of Smite instead because I knew no matter how that went, I would
We can
I
just
would get
play
off
it
afterwards.
afterwards. Because trust me, we're probably gonna die.
Probably.
Dude, I played it when it came out. Right, I just soloed it, and I died instantly. And I was talking to a buddy of mine that I used to play For the King with a lot. It's like, oh, you just need Lady Luck on your side. I was like, bro, you remember when we played? He's like, yeah, you got shit. You got shit on hard.
Yeah.
Like the best weapon I would get, a stick.
Hey,
Everybody
sticks.
else has like these spears, flame weapons, and all this shit, and I'd get a stick.
Sometimes it be that way.
Oh, dude, I was so mad. I hated that game.
Should we talk about our games of the week, Bets?
We can, I guess. Mine's, I guess, I have some games, but I'm also like don't have much due to the shift
Yeah,
change. And when I get home, all I really feel like doing is either like watching anime or some TV series or scrolling through Facebook Reels.
I
So
get
it's
that.
like I like look at the clock and go, "Oh shit, it's 3 in the morning. I gotta go to
Yeah,
bed." But my games actually, I got a couple new VR games, which I've been having fun on. I just haven't played them a lot. I got a Duck Season for VR, and I honestly played that for maybe like 4 hours straight, and my arms hurt.
I just want you to know all I think about when you said that was the dog from I can't remember.
Dude,
Duck Hunt.
the dog,
The
yeah,
and then you fire. That's all I thought about, dude.
dude, the dog is literally some dude in like a mascot costume, and
Yeah,
which makes it even better.
yeah.
But you actually have to like load your gun yourself. So like I after like 4 hours, my arms just went. Because
It's a
not only do you have to like do this the whole time, but you
yeah,
have to like pump it and then you have to like load it, and you're just like, oh my god. And these
dude.
ducks are just like laughing at you.
That's so funny. That sounds like WarioWare Move It came out, and I bought that for my wife for her birthday. I gave it to her as a birthday present. And Luke was playing it this week, and he's like, "Dude, this is a workout." Like he's like, "I'm down there, my arms are sore," and I was like, "Yeah, dude."
Well, this game is just weird because so it's like a game within a game. So you put the headset on and you're like, I don't even know his name. We're just gonna say little Jimmy or some shit like that. And what makes me mad though is I wasted an hour of this game watching a damn video because apparently if you back out of the game, oh, you gotta watch the tutorial all over again. Oh, I was getting pissed
That's
because like
funny.
it. Oh my god, and it's just like the dumbest tutorial ever. This is duck season, like, ha ha. This is you grab your gun like that. Yeah. No, I've already played this. Let's get moving.
That's too funny.
But it is a fun game. The other game I played is the Seventh Guest, which is like a horror puzzle game. I guess I haven't really found the horror part of it. I don't know if they're just saying it's like horror because it deals with like ghosts or some shit, or I haven't got
Yeah,
that far yet. It could be I haven't got that far yet because I have a tendency to be that annoying guy who explores everything when I can just like pop through the door. No, I'm like, can I do this? Do I ring this? Does this
yeah.
move? Can I push this button? But it's pretty good. It's pretty fun. I've played some more Dredge. I really dig that game. I am trying to get Blaze and Boss to play 7 Days to Die.
I'll do that
I'm
this week.
hoping that'll happen. Let's see. Played some Smite. Smite games were decent. I had good ranked games, bad ranked games. Played a lot of casuals. They were like iffy. I mean, still got the dubs, but they didn't feel good. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Just because I'd get random, like the greatest. Okay, so I played some games with Cat, and he was like, "Oh, I'm a queue for jungle." He kept getting support. I'm not even playing. It was so hilarious. Top elo getting support in these casuals, dude, and
Go,
he
dude.
was getting pissed. I was like, "Thank God you have my luck."
Yeah, it's
And
it's a
the
time out
worst
there.
part was, so I was queued mid jungle, right? I was getting jungle every time because somebody would get mid, and he would
That's
just
so
get thrown
funny.
to support.
That's so funny.
Um, let's see. Did I play any other games? Does it say what games I played on Steam?
I don't know.
Is there?
Should be
Yeah,
in
I don't
order.
know.
Like if you hit library, it's usually in order of what you played.
Mine's
Like as far
not.
as the
Mine.
images.
Oh, mine's not. Mine's just it has like a scroll thing.
That's crazy.
That could be all I've played. Like I said, it hasn't been very eventful. Oh, I
Yeah, I
did
feel
play
that.
horror bar a little bit. You know, raise some money, try to like deck out my bar a little bit. Um, I loaded up Hogwarts Legacy, was gonna play it, and then didn't. I don't know. That's kind of been my mood lately. Is I've actually loaded up like a shit ton of games and sat at the menu and was like, "Do I really want to play this right now? Am I
Yeah.
feeling this?"
That's how it was the couple weeks there where I would just like chill in Discord and talk to peeps and just not play anything.
That's
Um
actually how I've been because I'm like, I don't know what to play. I don't
yeah,
know what I want to play.
I get it. I
Or I
get it.
like scroll and I'll honestly be searching Steam for a game to play for like 2 hours,
Yeah. I just
and
chill I
I
say
find some weird games, very weird. There are games that I don't think should be on Steam. Let's
oh,
just put it that
100%.
way.
Yeah, 100%.
Like
100%.
you start diving into stuff, you click on one thing, click on another, and
Yep.
then all of a sudden you're in this deep dark hole of how did we
Why
get
yeah,
here?
how
And
did I
I
get
hope this
here?
doesn't show up on
And,
my
and
history.
and how do I get out? Yeah. Fun times. Fun times for sure. But no, I get that. I was just
But
say, like, I've
uh,
been going upstairs, and, like, my wife will have something on, and I'll just, like, lay there and watch it, and then just fall asleep. Like, that's, that's what
like,
I've been
here's the
doing.
worst part though. When you go down that dark, deep hole, right?
Yeah.
Then you start to get curious, like, do they actually make like a shit ton of games like this?
And then you're like, why? And who buys
So
them?
then, so then you click on the category and you're like, wow, there's actually pages and
Yeah.
pages.
And then you're asking yourself,
Well,
who
no, and
buys
then
these? Who
the
buys them?
worst part,
And
yeah.
why is there 1,200 reviews? Like that's what you're really trying to. Yeah.
That's what
Like.
happened to me.
Yeah.
Exactly. I went to the reviews. I was like, okay, now we just gotta see. And
Yeah.
then you're just like, positive. What? Okay, so then you start reading them, and like, oh, great story. Not even kidding. One to play.
Yeah.
Wouldn't play at work though. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude,
Like,
it's wild out there. Yeah, I've seen those, and you're just sitting there, and you're
I
like,
spent maybe an hour and a half like searching these games, just reading the reviews.
the reviews are funny. They do be funny.
But yeah, that's how I spent my week.
I'll start with the worst game of the week, and that is Smite. Um, I, I don't know, bro.
He hasn't
It's
been fun because he hasn't been queuing with me.
bro. No, I look 10 days ago. I want you to 10 days ago is when I
Mhm.
started losing. I didn't win till tonight. I
I
lost
believe that's
every
because I
game I
wasn't in
queued.
any of those queues.
No, you were in some of those queues. And that's fine.
Nah, that's not
So
true.
we did this thing on one night that was fun where we just pick a role and we queue gods only from that role. So we queued jungle, like only assassins, and we ran like I was Maman carry, and then we had Ao
Oh,
Kwang
geez.
jungle. We had I don't even remember what we had in support. I think it was Lancelot support. No, it was Kleena support. I don't know, dude. We had and then we we had Sasano and Lancelot. And then we decided a game where we're going to play only ADCs. So we played Sol, Kronos, Freya, Ullr, and Anhur. And then we did mages, but I got random picked into playing Tiamat because I got randomized. So I played Tiamat solo. I actually went 8-6-20 in that game. I was popping off. We lost, though. And then we played games where we tried to win, and we lost all of those. And honestly, like, I just don't know, dude. Whatever. I won my ranked game tonight. That's my positive of the week about Smite. Season of Worlds is coming out for the Worlds patch. Like, yay. I'll make a video about that and talk about it. I'm casting Smite. I casted Dire Dragons versus Buff Pass tonight. Sadly for Dire Dragons, their run in the playoffs ended at semifinals. I didn't get to cast any CC Smite because there was no replay last night. This is Tuesday, so we didn't get to cast yesterday. I was asked to cast this Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not yet, but I might be live on the NECC broadcast on the AGL channel there. I'm enjoying casting.
He doesn't know because he's been dodging FAFO for a hot minute.
No, I don't know because my wife's going out that night, and like I don't know if I want to cast before streaming for FAFO. That's where I'm at. Last week we didn't have a FAFO stream because me and my wife finally got to have a date night, which doesn't ever happen. Because usually we don't have anybody to watch the kids. So
that's coming soon.
That was awesome. We got to go out and have dinner and go to a show, and it was a good time. Except for dinner. Dinner was not. Okay, here's the deal. Dinner, we went to this place in town that's slightly expensive. They act like this is an uppity joint, and they make it all like fancy schmancy. It's not, okay? First of all, it's not. Second of all, we order... So the place we order at, like, you're meant to share your food, even though they give you tiny portions. And
I hate that.
Yeah, I do too.
Hate that.
So I'm gonna give you the order, okay? I want you to I want you to guess how these things came out, okay? We order a green bean appetizer, and then we order a chicken carbonara, a tortellini, and a chicken parm. Okay? Those are the four things we ordered. And I kid you not, the first thing our waitress brought out was the chicken parm, which should be the thing that took the longest to cook. And she goes, if you're watching the video, you'll enjoy it. She goes, here's your chicken parm, and just walks away. And then proceeds to go talk to the other servers for the next 10 minutes.
No cheese?
No, the chicken parm, like, it had the cheese on it.
But they don't grade the cheese for you.
But no tortellini, no carbonara, no green beans, Bats. And then some dude brings out two more things that happen to be the carbonara and the green beans. Tortellini's still missing. And I'm like,
it takes a minute.
Bats, I waited for... They weren't busy, dude. 45
it takes
minutes.
A while for water to boil.
45 minutes. I'm convinced there was only one dude cooking in the kitchen. Like, that's what I had to convince myself of, because the service was god-awful. And here's the thing. I would have
been like, does the chef need help? I can go back there real quick.
I'm going to start my rants now, because I have many things to rant about today. Tipping culture in the U.S. is garbage. Okay? And I'm gonna say this as someone that worked as a server. Getting paid $2.50 an hour and having to rely on tips because the company doesn't want to pay you is an absolute crock of horse crap, okay? That's what it is. It's garbage. And the fact of the matter is, this lady was terrible at her job, and I generally tip over 20%. In general, I do. Because I know what it's like to be in those positions. I know what that's like to like be in ends meet. Like, you're working, you're busting your tail. And what sucked for me is the place I worked at, you had to split tips. You didn't get to keep your own tips. You had to split tips. So there'd be nights.
BS place.
Oh yeah, it still bothers me. I would make $200+ a night. Didn't matter because I had to split with my buddy or whoever, and I make like $125 instead. Okay,
especially
so like
when they ain't been doing jack shit.
Yeah, so like it's just this whole thing, and it's really, really frustrating. So like there was part of me that felt bad that I wasn't gonna tip 20%, but also like you didn't do anything. And you also, like, there's just no way that someone places that order and there's an appetizer ordered and you don't bring out the appetizer first. You bring out the entree first. And, like, that it just did not sit well with me. So I tipped less than 20% that night. I tipped, like, I don't know, 17%, maybe 16%. But like I was not tipping 20%. Absolutely not doing it.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It shows how rude I am, but let's put it this way. Like, and I'm pretty sure everybody who's listening one point or another knows what Buffalo Wild Wings is.
Yeah, yeah.
But like there's a common denominator that if you eat upstairs, if you have a double floor, your service is ass.
Oh, we don't.
Gone.
I've never been to one with a double floor.
Oh, see, ours is, and like you go up there, I gave a $0 tip
Yeah, I've had that happen.
for this because out of the 4 hours I was there, one drink.
I've tipped 100% before. Like I had I didn't order anything big, but I had such good service. I tipped the guy what I got, like what I ordered. Like I
Oh
tipped
no,
the
I'll
same
do that
amount.
too. I'd order fries, but you know if
Yeah.
they're over there like, hey, you need anything else? Here, let me get you a
Yeah.
refill on that drink. It's like, bam.
Yeah.
I could order $10 fries and he gets like a $15 tip.
Yeah, I've done that before. Like because like sometimes that's what it's about. Like I don't need someone up in my face all the time. But like I'm just saying, like tip culture bothers me. Like other countries don't have that. It's just a way for like companies not to pay their workers. I'm not being about it.
In Japan, they absolutely despise if you tip.
Yes, they do. Almost made that mistake when I was there. Did not make it. Almost did though. It's offensive.
Yep.
There. Anyways, I digress. Day night went well. We got some Starbucks afterwards.
You said you were rambling.
No, I got more things to rant about. Just that was where I was at. As far as other games I played this week, Fortnite OG is back.
Ooh.
And Fortnite OG is sick. It is so good. It also lets you know how bad zero build can be. Because there are some areas like just feel impossible to get to, even with the parkour elements. It just feels difficult. Shout out to the fact of until tonight, I kept placing 5th place, 5th place, 5th place, 5th place, 3rd place, 2nd place, 5th place. Like I just could not win. In fact, on the Guardians Mental Health stream the other night, I'm playing. This dude smoke grenades me. I kill him. I go, I don't need to see to kill you. I get shot from somewhere. I rift out. I come back in to find out where this person is shooting me at. They're in the stupid camouflage bush that you can get in OG, like the original Fortnite. You go like this, and it turns you into a bush. That's where they're hiding. Turns out I did need my vision, because that dude wrecked me. So shout outs to them.
Aww.
And honestly, just shout outs to Guardians Mental Health. It was awesome getting able to be part of the charity block. I think overall there was like $1,600+ raised, which will make over 160 kits. Really, really awesome. But Fortnite OG has been a ton of fun. I've played build mode. I've played no build, and I've been having a blast. I've been playing with Luke. Me and Luke played build mode the other day. We dropped 25 kills in the game.
That's crazy.
We killed a quarter of the lobby. And tonight, we finally put it together, and we got a dub.
Hey, let's go.
And then our last game, we killed the last 2 people at the same time. It was sick. So I'm working on maybe a little video that'll be posted on TikTok for that, because I think it's just fun that we've been having a really good time. I've been really enjoying Fortnite OG. And to kind of speak on its success, I don't know if you've seen this, Bats, but Fortnite OG on the first 24 hours of release not only broke 3 million concurrent players, not just 4 million concurrent players, not just 5 million concurrent players. It broke 6 million concurrent players, which is the highest it's ever been. It never had broken 3 million. Not only that, in a single day, they had 44.7 million unique players log in and play the game. That is insane.
That is kind of nuts.
You know what else is insane? The Epic Store has been available for 5 years, and it still hasn't turned a profit.
Yeah.
So, food for thoughts. There's some things. A lot of stuff announced at BlizzCon. As I kind of move into my next game, I've been playing Warcraft Rumble on my phone. It's a problem. It's good. It's like Clash Royale, but better. Like, much better.
I started it. Yeah.
It's good. I have a guild going right now.
There's another game I was playing.
Guild is at max capacity. We are grinding and doing pretty well. We logged in.
Oh well, I guess I won't join that guild.
Well, as I say, I can kick somebody and invite you. Just let me know. Whoever is
I've been
the person that has like the least participation, I'll just kick because I'm sure there's somebody. Well, the problem is like the guilds are capped at 15.
Max capacity.
The day after I made, like, literally me and Boss were the only people in the guild, and we logged in the next day, and the guild was at max capacity.
That's what Boss told me, because I was like, oh, okay, I'll work on getting high enough to do this, and he's like, it's just Blaise and I.
Yeah. Now, yeah, dude, it is awesome. We've been having a great time, just chilling and playing, and it is really, really fun. I've been playing it a ton. I really like the fact of like the different unique leaders, the abilities they have, and how it can affect your troops, and how you can upgrade them to get like different upgrade slots that you can then like customize for how you want to play those leaders. I think that's cool. I think the fact that there's like 80 different maps is pretty sick, or something, or maybe it's 30. I don't know. Some crazy amount of maps. There's a bunch of PvE missions. Then you have like quests you can do. Then there's dungeon runs you can do. And the dungeon runs allow you to upgrade your leaders in different ways. And then there's PvP. There's raids coming. Overall, it seems like it's really well put together. Obviously, there's some things that need to be fixed. Like there's some crash issues.
I don't understand a lot of this game. I didn't know there was that much to do.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of stuff. Like because you can level each individual unit as far as like, but like there's a level, right? But then if you get more than one of the unit, you get stars, and those stars allow you to upgrade its rarity. And when you upgrade its rarity, you get an ability.
The little purple things. Or then I haven't got a star yet.
No, you get stars, and then the purple things are how you level up, and then once you get stars, that gives you a way to upgrade your character's rarity. So you go from like common to uncommon, and then you get an uncommon ability slot that allows the unit to. It also can change how the unit looks, but you'll get an uncommon slot, and you can choose what to put in it. So like for instance, one of the guys I just got upgraded, he can taunt on deploy, which is really, really useful. There's a bunch of different ones. Cool. Or like Jaina gets frost bolts. There's several different things. It's really, really well put together. I'm really enjoying it. It might be killing my phone battery every day because it won't run on my iPad right now because it keeps crashing on iPad. But I really, really enjoy it. I think it's a ton of fun. And honestly, it's just a nice change of pace. I love Clash Royale, but I think this just brings a little bit more spice. And I'm curious to see how it goes. I would like them to upgrade the guild capacity. I think guilds being stuck at 15 is kind of dumb. I feel like guilds should be like capped at 60 at a minimum. I think 60 is always a good number for like newer stuff. I think that makes sense. Don't ask me how I got to that number. It just seems to that's what makes most sense to me. Or cap it at 30 and then make it where you can upgrade to 60. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there should be some way to upgrade there.
Yeah, but then if you're doing that, you might as well be able to upgrade it to 90.
There just needs to be some type of way to upgrade. I don't know what it needs to be, but like something. But I will say this, and this is going to be a crazy take from me. Blizzard finally got monetization right in a game. Okay?
Let's go.
You can pay $20, and you get $10 of currency, like what you would spend for $10 of currency. You'd get around that. And then you get a permanent, like a forever permanent XP boost to all units for like, I think it's like 20% or 50%. And then you get a 20% increase in gold gain for the lifetime of your account for $20. And I think that is the best way to model that game they could have possibly done. Because I don't think that's a bad deal. Because basically you're paying an extra $10 of what you would have spent on currency to get permanent account boosters. And I think that was smart. I also think like overall the packs I've seen in the store, I haven't bought them, but the packs I've seen is for units and upgrades and things like that haven't been like horrendously priced.
Yeah, I haven't put any money into it yet.
I think that's interesting. On the note of Blizzard, BlizzCon was this weekend. And I'm going to give like the TLDR of BlizzCon. Okay, here's the deal. WoW Classic is getting like basically new specs that you can play. So there's going to be mage healers. There's gonna be tank.
Ew.
There's gonna be tank warlocks. Okay, in WoW Classic, that's pretty cool.
That is kind of cool.
WoW got the announcement of it. Not only its next X pack, but its next 3 X packs, which is going to be called the World Saga. There is, hold on, I forgot. There's the War Within, something of Midnights, and then the Land of Titans or something like that. I mean, it sounds really sick. And then Overwatch showed off their new hero and let people play it. They showed off the next damage character. I think they actually showed off a 3rd character. Diablo, there was a talk about what's coming in the next patches, but also what the first expansion is going to have. And the first expansion, A, sounds sick, but B, will include classes never before seen in Diablo.
I was told that the new update, because I haven't played Diablo yet.
Yeah.
Since the update, but I was told that it it really balanced out everything.
The new update's very, very good, and it fixed a lot of the things that people were upset about. For sure.
I've been meaning to get back into it. I just haven't had a chance yet.
I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna be good. I'm excited for the new expansion. Obviously, that's a ways off, but I'm excited for them having the idea of bringing new classes never before seen in the series. I'm excited for like the storyline aspect of it. I think that's really awesome. It's just exciting. And
I can't wait to see what the classes are. Have they announced it yet?
No, nothing. But I think what excites me more is what I read today. And that is, since Microsoft has bought in Blizzard and Activision entirely, it has been mentioned that Blizzard now has more autonomy than they've ever had to do what they want. They don't have Activision telling them how to build and make their games or how to monetize their games. And it seems like Microsoft's very open to letting them create how they want to create as long as it's for the best of the game.
Dude, I can't wait because it's going to open so many more things for Game Pass. And let's face it, Game Pass is way better than that PlayStation Plus bullshit.
It is. But Bats, are you ready for this? Because one of the things that was mentioned today that's being worked on is a new StarCraft game. And I don't mean RTS.
No, I'm just saying.
Apparently, there is a StarCraft game possibly being in development that's not a real-time strategy game. And I think that's awesome. I think
that does sound pretty cool.
I think them having the autonomy to design games they want to design without having to kill the project. Overwatch, which was supposed to be an MMO, and look at it now, or PvE missions that were supposed to be an Overwatch, look at it now. Who knows how much Activision played a part in killing those things? And
probably a lot.
And it does excite me to see the words about autonomy being mentioned and them having the ability to do that. Now, I've seen some rumors that some people think the WoW sub's going to go away and it'll be free to play.
Oh, that would be awesome. I'd get back into WoW.
Which would add in a new layer of monetization for WoW. And I don't know how that would pan out, because I feel like WoW is fairly well monetized now with mounts and stuff. I do think like sometimes they'd be on the more expensive end, but I don't know what they would do to be willing to eliminate a sub fee unless it was attached to Game Pass. That would be the only way.
That's how I see that it would happen, is if you had Game Pass, you would get WoW.
Yeah.
So it would count because it would go towards that, because the way that I've seen the way Microsoft wants to do things is they want to promote their Game Pass, so they're willing to take cuts to get the Game Pass going.
But I mean, look at for instance, look at Riot.
Sony.
I was gonna say, you get all the League champions or Valorant champions or whatever if you have Game Pass.
Yep.
And those
cost money. Sony wants to just get money and give you shit. I'm sorry. I'm still mad at the fact that their prices went up And the games that you get with that are nothing.
Yeah.
Jack crap.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to get there.
Just like you, Amazon. I found out how much I pay for a Prime subscription. Holy shit. And you're lucky I use you too much to just cancel it.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Well, but students don't even pay half that. That's what
No.
kills me.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like I work at a school. Why can't I get like a little bit of a discount?
Yeah. I get it.
Like it should be if you use so much, they go, hey, here's an appreciation coupon. 20% off
Yeah.
your subscription. I did not realize it's almost like $200 a year.
Yeah, it's crazy. I played
'Cause I
Overwatch. That's what I forgot to mention too. I played a couple games of
Oh,
Overwatch,
okay.
and I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it.
Podcast over. We're
I
done.
didn't hate it. Didn't
We're
hate
done.
it. Just throwing it
This
out there.
episode is not getting released anymore.
Didn't hate it. Just
Man,
throwing
just
it out there.
backed up on everything that he's been talking about for the last, what, 5 years?
I mean, like it wasn't terrible this time, so at least there's that. I'm not playing Valorant. That's not happening. That game is garbage. To be on some more positive news before I absolutely dumpster fire something else. I sent you something today. I don't know if you watched it. There's a new Mass Effect coming out.
Yeah. I thought I replied to that.
Yeah, I didn't know if you actually watched it or not.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, and then I was like, dude, stop sending me this shit because I have too many other games that I gotta play.
I didn't play Andromeda, but like
Andromeda was fun.
Was it? I didn't hear great things about it, but maybe I'll go play it.
I did like it. I think people didn't like it so much because it was more vehicle based.
Okay, I don't mind that.
Like until I got used to driving the vehicle, I had a hell of a time getting it stuck in like giant potholes, giant massive craters.
Yeah, I get that.
I had fun with it though. I played the heck out of it. And again, that was a nice game to play on Xbox by yourself.
Yep.
For hours.
Agreed. One thing I forgot to mention with Fortnite, the OG season's 30 days. They're switching the map every week, and along with the items. But they mentioned that one of the things they are working on is Fortnite's working on porting Fall Guy beans for a mini game that they're working on, and there's also a Lego mode coming with Lego characters and build shareable worlds that have enemies, talents, combat, Lego llamas, ship cannons, music, and more. And that sounds sick.
Oh.
Could you imagine BR but it's Lego? That'd be sick.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome. I have all Lego games.
So it's also worth mentioning Vampire Survivors celebrated 1 year out of early access this week. Shout out to Vampire Survivors. Love that game. Fantastic game. And speaking of Vampire Survivors, there's a new patch coming out where they're adding adventures, which are like self-contained mini stories, along with some like remix content for the game. And it looks really, really cool. Always about that. And then I don't know if you saw, did you watch the thing for the day before? The in quotation marks survival MMO coming out on December 7th. Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking up Satisfactory apparently got an update where they fixed their multiplayer.
Oh, nice. The day before really reminds me of that game The Day After, or whatever it was called, that zombie survival game that looked sick that people were saying was fake. And this looks very similar. And I just don't...
This is the exact same thing, just with a different...
Yeah, and I just don't think this game's real. And it looks sick, so I hope it is. But I really don't believe that it is.
You mean to where it's gonna like get released, or just?
Yeah, I don't think it's a real game.
Then why would they have it?
To troll people or get their money. Like, this game might exist. I don't think it's gonna look like this.
Probably
or
not. Yeah.
or be as
I
fluid.
didn't realize the day after didn't get released.
No, I think that's what that game was called, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's like,
No, that's a movie. The day before, I was right. Day before is what it's always been called. It's been sketched the whole time. We'll see if
no,
this
there's a day
actually
after game.
was there. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's just it's not as free move, like it has like, oh, you see a plank there, what do you do? I move it
Gotcha.
type
All I know is I just don't know if I believe this game is thing. It looks like the Division as an MMO in some
yeah,
aspects, and I just
but with
don't know if that's
zombies.
real. Yeah, we'll see. Come December 7th. I mean, it's less than it's a little over a month. Less than a month away.
Bro, you want to talk about games that are you don't think are real?
Yeah.
Bloody Hotel. Bloody Hell Hotel. I don't think this game is real anymore.
You talk about me talking about Overwatch, but you've talked about this game so many times, and it still doesn't exist.
Okay, but I'm not shitting on it. I just want it. Like, that's the problem. I was like, dude, I can spend hours on this. There's not like a demo. There's nothing. And then when it's like, oh, when's it supposed to be planned release date to be announced? It's been
Dude,
to be
you know what's
announced for the
crazy?
last 2 years.
You know what's crazy is I like just Google Bloody Hotel just to see. There's not even news on it.
Yeah, they've had updates. Honestly, they're
reviewed.
updating.
Look, they reviewed. They released new Vampire Hunters.
I know, and then they're updating the transformation species for like when you transform into the bat, how your fangs look. It's like, mother trucker, give me a demo. I don't give a shit about all this. I want to play it.
Well, it doesn't come out till 2024 now.
Dude, it doesn't even say that. Like that's
According to this article,
it's still speculation though.
I don't know, man. Who knows?
It drives me nuts.
Sega announced this week that its first super game is on track to release on March 2026. You might be wondering, what is a super game? Yeah. And it's a game that has a budget of $800 million.
Dang.
It says that Sega aims to create multiple cutting-edge AAA titles that push the boundaries of traditional gaming experiences and leverage their range of technologies. As the name implies, a super game involves the concept of a game that stands head and shoulders above normal games.
I'm listening.
So it says, to clarify, Sega's super game will have multiple AAA games, and the budget for the whole project is over $800 million. Do you think Sega can make a comeback?
So, I want them to, but for some reason, I just feel like this is just going to flop and never
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
do anything. And I hate saying that, but like, let's face it, I've seen it before.
Yep.
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Skyrim.
Look, I love Sega. And I really hope this works out, but I honestly feel like if this fails, they're done as a company. They have to sell.
Probably.
And that sucks. This leads me to my last bit of gaming news. There was a lot of gaming news this week, and I didn't even talk about some gaming news. I quit adding gaming news to my host chat because there was so much. Bungie this week
Ayo.
did some things. Okay, first and foremost, they delayed the Final Shape, which is the next expansion of Destiny 2. Mm-hmm. And when they did this, they delayed it to further next year. They also delayed their new IP Marathon, which was set to at least be seen next year and possibly playable, to 2025. And then go, oh, hey, by the way, we're also doing mass layoffs. And laid off many employees. Many, many, many employees, including the composer of the Destiny OST, Michael Salvatore. And
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I have, and it is said, okay, that they would have had to lay off more people and would have been in a worse financial situation had they not been bought by Sony. That Sony allowed them to basically, stay more afloat. And one of the articles that was already said, Bungie's the latest PlayStation studio to be affected by layoffs. The layoffs come 15 months after Sony finalized its $3.7 billion deal to acquire Bungie. And it's mentioned the entire game industry has been hit hard by layoffs in 2023, which I agree it has. But this leads me into some problems and some issues that I have with the game industry currently, and that is the layoff mentality of games. We are in the current year seeing some of the best titles, really like the game of the year. I couldn't tell you what it's going to be. I couldn't. There's so many fantastic titles that have done so well in sales that it's insane.
And there's also games that are like, they're not like huge titles, but they're really good games that still have like huge sales.
Yeah, and I just, these companies have seen record profits in some aspects with sales, yet we're laying off people. And it leads me in this idea of like, man, we can really afford to lay people off while we sit here and we pay our CEOs some crazy bonus and whatever else. So I'm going to put this in perspective for everybody before I continue on this rant. I got two things to think about, okay? First of all, 1 million seconds is 11.7 days. Let that sink in. 1 million seconds is 11.7 days.
Mm-hmm.
1 billion seconds is 31.7 years. So if you ever wondered what the difference between $1 million and $1 billion is, just think about that, okay? Like, I'm 1 billion seconds old, and then some, okay? Some of y'all aren't that listen. And that's wild, okay? Yeah. Second of all, along with this, you might notice that Nintendo doesn't lay anybody off. Nintendo's higher-ups actually take pay cuts to make sure they don't have to lay people off. You know why? Because in Japan, there's laws against mass layoffs. And that if you're going to have it, like certain things have to happen to cause it and to be allowed. And it leaves you in this strange phenomena. Because Epic laid off a bunch of employees about a month ago. And now they're seeing record turnout on Fortnite, which means they're seeing pretty good revenue turnaround if that many people are playing because people are going to buy skins or V-Bucks or whatever.
Yep.
And I'm just saying,
all that extra money?
What sucks for game developers is they're not like the writers or the actors guilds that can go on strike. Or the, recent, for those that don't know, a lot of auto workers went on strike and actually got an insane deal where they're getting a 33% raise through April 2028. Yeah,
have that.
You want to know what's crazier, Bats? They scheduled their contract to end in April, like the last day of April 2028. You know why? So that way other companies that wanted to go on strike or other unions that want to go strike could end their contracts on the same day. That way everybody goes to the negotiating table at the same time. So on May 1st, a.k.a. May Day, a.k.a. International Labor Day, they can all be on strike together. Anyways, just shouting that out, big brain on that one.
Hey, except wait, is that us?
Yes.
I don't know if you can strike where I'm at.
I don't know. I'm not part of a union. I'm just saying that like that's International Labor Day, and I find it interesting.
Maybe that was something that never passed. I heard it somewhere.
I just find it funny that the way they have it, they're working that is that hey, by the way, if you want to like go on strike, all of our contracts in on April 2028, then like obviously they have to re-up in May. Like, which I think was a smart move by them. But my point being in this is that the game developers or the actors that work on that voice act or the composers or any part of this development team process, they can't go on strike. There is no union for that. and they work crappy hours. They get overworked. They get rushed through stuff. They get pulled through the ringer. And then it's like, oh, by the way, we're going to fire you and lay you off. Here's your maybe severance package. And I feel at some point it has to stop. And I don't know what the answer is.
The answer is they need to stop living by this motto where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
Yeah. I mean, the motto is they need to take some of them billions they have and renegotiate that money a little bit differently.
Yeah. But you brought up billions and millions. I don't know if I talked with you about this or not, but I read something interesting the other day. Did you know that if we went and made a year 13 months, each month would have 28 days. The first of the month would be a Monday, and the last of the month would be a Sunday, and we would line up with the lunar calendar.
That's crazy.
I know. Why the hell don't we do that?
Because
Like that would make everything. That would make everything
dude,
perfect.
Birthdays would be awful. Like everything would get changed. If you're me, like you have a birthday on the 30th, you're just screwed.
It's like the leap year, man. It just happens every once
you just
in a
never
while.
have a birthday again.
Or they just make yours the 28th.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not. I guess they'd have to reorganize like the days and like and you have to figure that. It would be a paperwork nightmare. Is why.
People
It's
are
like-
good at paperwork.
It's
Hey,
like
that's why those big corporate businesses get paid all that big money
hey,
to do all that big paperwork.
I'm just saying this is the same reason that we have like we're not on metric system, you know, because it costs too much money to change.
I mean, you say we're not, but yet I always have to use them damn metric tools.
Yeah, that's true.
Whenever I'm working on everything, it's like, it's metric. And, you know, that's what they need to do. They need to start labeling their shit. Like every bolt, they should just put an M on it if it's metric. That way I know what I'm looking for when I'm working on something.
It's not a bad idea. I guess we should move to name of the week. I really thought we'd been talking for way longer than we have. To be honest, I just looked at the time.
I feel like it's regular.
Yeah, I thought we'd been talking for like another.
I think it just feels that way because I don't think we've ever gone to 1 o'clock in the morning doing the podcast.
Yeah, I mean you're pretty much right on that front. I don't know that I'm going to edit this tonight. I need to. So it's out on time, but I don't know that I will, if you know what I mean.
Just pull it through.
But names of the week,
No
we have
editing. We do perfectness.
No, it's not how that works. MMR Goblin 69 is back. Zogert D Gogurt is all. I feel like we've talked about that name before. Inside Out Schlong, Colonoscopy 5. It's McLovin. Thick Thighs 6969. Shouts to the Athena with 1 billion stars on their border. And My Pet Doge. Gay Best Friend, George BBW Bush. Slim Bar Soap, Fish My Nut Out, Walkin' Cannoli, and Young Conduit. The Pringler, Lady Demir, and Sir Golgari. Oh my god, those names are so small. In Memento. Homeless Hunter, oh my gosh, it's Daddy. Your Dentist, Qui-Jin Gone. Qui-Jin Gone. Boy, tell you what. Goated Guns. Chill Step Synthwave. Cupo Piz. Consume Shrooms in Gooner for Life. And then we have Hugh Wong.
Hey, boy, tell you what, told us how bad he was at that game. That's how
Sometimes it be that way. Honestly. Bats, on the way out of here, you got any shout outs?
As always. Hold on.
Yep. Get that yawn out, dude.
As always, shout outs to our listeners. As I'm saying, hit us up for suggestions, mentions, anything like that. I'm trying to talk Blaze into doing a podcast recording where we play some game, I don't know, that has like jump scares, because I think that would be hilarious.
That's not going to be good for listeners. That's going to suck. I thought about that. I didn't reply to that DM because I thought about it for a while and I was like, that as a listener, terrible. For a video, sure, but for the video,
you know, I think it would be great. If nothing else, it would be like a video only thing. We could do the audio and see how it goes. I don't know. I think that'd be hilarious. Obviously, we wouldn't play that "Don't Scream" one because we wouldn't be able to talk at all.
This is 18 minutes. It's just straight silence.
Yeah. Shh, don't say anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, as always, thanks for the support. I think this is the 130th episode, isn't it?
It finally is. Bats keeps calling it 130. It finally is 130. We finally made it.
No, that's not true. I said it was like the 127th. He was like, "Oh yeah, it is," and you were like 1 off or 2 off, and it screwed up my whole count.
I don't know.
We can go back to that because I think it was the
it was
7.
Me. Yeah, no,
I think it was the 7.
It is my fault. I will take responsibility for that 100%.
Other than that, I'll let Blaze do his whole spiel.
Shout outs to Dare Drops. Lots of stuff going on over there. They actually, I think Droptober was the most participated in like community month that they've had, which was pretty cool. And then shout outs to Guardians Mental Health. I did the GMH charity stream this past weekend. It was a really good time. We finally announced the esports kit and parts of it. Those will be coming out later this month. I helped work on that kit. I wrote a bunch of stuff for it, made a few videos for it. I'm really excited about it coming out. It was a really good time to be able to work with individuals on that kit across the board. I'll announce this now. We are working on, and I think I've gotten it scheduled. I got to talk to Bats about it. We will have someone from Guardians Mental Health on the podcast sometime soon to kind of talk about just like what goes on behind the scenes that like I'm not privy to, like what's it like having to put up get to everybody together, put together a kit, get those sent out, how to and talk about that because I think it's really interesting. So shout outs to them. I will be at DreamHack December 15th, 16th, and 17th down in Atlanta, working the Guardians Mental Health booth and just down there in general. If you're in the Atlanta area,
you eat that ramen, I swear I'm not talking to you.
I'm gonna send you a picture of it.
For that. You send me a picture of it, I'm unfriending you.
I'll send you a picture of it.
That's how hard I'm going right now.
I'll send you a picture.
Unfriend you.
If you're in the Atlanta area,
what? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna say.
If you're in the Atlanta area and you want to go, if you go on the Guardians Mental Health Twitter, there's actually a link for a discount code for tickets, and part of the proceeds of that go towards charity. So make sure to check that out. Also, shout outs to Simpy for Senpai. Ash Basham and company always keeping us up to date on the animes. I forgot to talk to Bats about this, but Zom 100 is coming back for its last 3 episodes.
It better.
At the end of December.
It better.
They've already announced it. It's gonna be all 3 episodes at one time.
Good.
And that's
over.
How it
should be.
And then I'll be sad.
Well, I don't know. There's more apparently in the manga, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
But
though. After the catastrophe of getting it made, together. I don't know. But shouts to that for coming out. That's pretty cool. And other than that, we will catch y'all later. Peace.
Wait, what dates did you say?
December 15th, 16th, and 17th.
That's the days the Atlanta Guardians Mental Health thing?
Yeah.
I was hoping you said like the 22nd or something because I was on winter break. I was just going to head to Atlanta to eat the ramen.
To see that. Bats is like, I'm just driving. I just want the ramen.
Dude, I'm going to drive all the way down there. I'm going to mean mug you as I'm eating it. Just be like, goodness. Go ahead. Send me that picture. I dare you.
I'm going to send you a picture of that ramen. And gyoza.
I'm going to block you for that 3 days.
Okay. I'll send it to Kenny to send to you. He's
just gonna have Kenny too.
I'm just gonna send it to everybody and just have them DM it to you randomly.
I'm gonna hack Discord and shut it down. So
Bats is gonna log out of Discord for those 3 days. Oh my goodness. All right, we'll catch y'all later.
Later, everyone.